Welcome to Love Yourself, the podcast where we break down the reasons why you aren't losing weight and help you discover confidence, self-worth, and resilience all along the way. Weight loss isn't a knowledge problem, it's a thinking problem, and I'm here to show you how to lose weight with your brain, not another diet plan. So as you listen, notice what resonates with you, and if something clicks or you want to go deeper, I would love for you to book a call with me right after the episode. You know, when you feel overwhelmed, that leads to inaction. And when I ask the question, how do you want this summer to look like? A lot of you can feel overwhelmed by that. So this episode is here to break it down so that you don't fall into the trap of overwhelm so that you can actually have an amazing summer. My name is Dara Thomason, and this is Love Yourself Thin, episode 259. What kinds of goals should you set this summer? Okay. So let's break this down. First and foremost, what is a goal? I have a friend who said to me that he never makes goals, and he has like a very big corporate job. He does all sorts of cool things, but he says for himself personally, he's like, I never make goals for myself. And I was really surprised. I said, well, why would you do that? He's like, because if I make a goal, that means I could fail. And I thought, wow, that's that all or nothing thinking. That's that perfectionism thinking. And he wasn't asking for my coaching. He wasn't asking for my perfectionist recovery program. But I thought, oh man, that's a hard way to live. Now, I want you to, if you and I were talking to each other right now, how would you define goal? What would you say is the purpose of a goal? Now, there are lots and lots and lots of different ways of looking at goals. And so what I would want you to do is I want you to create your own definition, your own reason of making a goal. So for me, when I think about a goal, I think oftentimes of what would I put in my GPS? So pretty soon I have to go pick up my youngest two sons from school. And so the one son is on a field trip. So normally I'd pick him up at 3, but the bus is not here yet. And so I have to wait to know when to pick him up. And then I have my other son, and, how do I get there? What's the most efficient way? And all the different things that I need to do tonight. They sometimes have basketball on Wednesday night. Sometimes they don't. And sometimes they have they have a church activity. And so how do I know how to organize my time, my effort, and my energy? Okay. So a goal is like that. How do I organize my time, my focus, and my energy? Now, my goal of my podcast is to help women realize that weight loss is more than food, and to stop wasting your time on diets and looking for the right diet, but rather focus on why are you putting more food in your mouth than you need? Paired with this idea of whatever you care for is what you take care of. You take care of the things you love, right? And then when you take care of your mental health, because we all have mental health, because we all have a brain, we all have physical health, because we all have a body. So when you learn about the mental and physical health, how they work together, weight loss will, of course, be inevitable. So that's one of my goals. So the reason I create this podcast, which I can't believe I'm at 259, that's wild. So every week, 259 weeks, I've been putting out a podcast because 259 episodes ago, I thought I need to help women understand that they're wasting their time, and we don't want to waste our time anymore. Time is one of the most valuable resources we have. So I want to ask you, what are some of the goals that you have in your life? What are the things that you want? I want you to think about, what do you want? And I'm going to give you this one hack. And I like this idea of going to the end and then working your way backwards. So let's pretend that you have a time machine and you go to August 31st. So I want you to imagine we're all there now, where you have your bucket list, you've accomplished all these things, you've done all these really cool things that you didn't think you would do. And in the process, you've maybe lost, 6 pounds or something crazy. You're just like, oh, I wasn't even like thinking that I could do that. But I want you to now imagine it's already done, right? It's not if you've lost that weight. It's not if you've finished everything on that bucket list. You have done it. And you've done it with joy. You've had some discipline, of course, because that's part of it. But I want you to imagine, how do you feel? Do you feel proud? Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel joy? Now that you know that it's done, right? This is a mind hack. This is actually a neuroscience hack. Okay? Because your brain doesn't know the difference between something real or imagined. Think about a movie. When you watch a movie and you know that the person really didn't die, you know the person really didn't get married, but you're crying and you're happy and you're so joyful. Okay? You can now operate, you can keep that feeling. And so when the next time you are working on that goal, you can just have that reassurance. No, I can feel that. I'm allowed to feel that, because everything we do in life is because we want to feel a certain emotion. That is our main motivation. Did you know that? So using that brain hack, that neuroscience brain hack, what is that emotion? And I love hearing from you. So share it with me. Share with me, what is that emotion that you feel that you actually finished, that you did that? And what did you learn about yourself? And when you take this approach where it's a non-punitive, it's not a like, I have to do that thing, and if I don't do that, then I'm a loser. And if I don't finish that, no, that's terrible fuel. That's never really going to last, and it's not going to get you what you want. But if you can operate, so all summer long, you're like, oh, I just feel so accomplished. Oh, I feel so joyful. Oh, I feel so thrilled. I feel delighted. Delighted is such a lovely feeling. And as you are fueled by that, knowing ahead of time that it's going to happen, it's inevitable, but you're being fueled now by delight, by joy, by all of those things. It's all worth it. When my son got married last summer, I made the cake, I made the flowers, like we did all the things. And I kept imagining that day and how wonderful the end of the day that would be. And so I created this wonderful experience for myself, even though it was, there's always different stresses. I just kept imagining the end goal. And I thought, I want to enjoy all of this. And even when it was hard, even when there was like things weren't turning out or there was some conflict, I just kept my eye on that feeling of joy. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. This was a short one, but so worth it. I'd love to hear what your thoughts of your goal is, and I'd love to debunk any of those myths. If you're curious about this work and you want more help, go ahead and book a call with me. I would love to help you. And on that 20-minute call, what we do is we talk about your own experience, and I can be able to see what is the one thing that is keeping you from success. And if we get that one thing kind of dialed in, then it will change so much. All right. Take care, everyone. As you're leaving this episode, I want you to take a moment and notice what stood out for you. What did you learn about yourself? What felt true? And where are you ready to start thinking differently? Remember, this work isn't about doing more. It's about understanding how your brain is working right now and learning how to shift it in a way that's always going to support you. And you don't have to do that alone. If you're ready to stop second-guessing yourself, stop feeling stuck, and start creating real momentum in your life, I would love to help you. You can book a call with me and we'll look at what's really going on for you and what your next step can be. I'll talk to you. I can't wait to talk to you.